Umbrella's leftovers. Umbrella's leftovers. Umbrella's leftovers. Umbrella's leftovers. Umbrella.
I'm Redfield. You're practically alone throughout the first several hours in Resident Evil 7, with no real tie-ins to the big universe surrounding the Resident Evil series. No corporation, no sign of a bioweapon yet, and no original characters. The isolated feeling ends when you approach the salt mine, as helicopters circle the mine. A certain voice over the shortwave radio sounds somewhat familiar.
This is Alpha 1. Report. Did you find anything? If you encounter Evelyn, orders are shoot to kill. Repeat. Shoot to kill.
The group in the helicopter had arrived to the Baker home to dispose of Evelyn, the bioweapon that had grown into a mass of mold. In classic Resident Evil fashion, a powerful weapon is given to you in order to destroy the final boss, and the familiar voice returns once more.
Use it!
Upon destroying Evelyn, a helmeted man approaches you and is revealed to be, you guessed it, Chris Redfield. Everything is fine and as it should be as you fly off into the sunset. But there is something unsettling when you find out that you are on board an Umbrella helicopter. Umbrella is the evil corporation that started the first viral outbreak and gave birth to Albert Wesker, perhaps the most notorious villain in the Resident Evil universe. The biggest question is, why would Chris Redfield, the man in the extreme opposite of Umbrella and its actions, be working for them now? Many theories have been proposed. Umbrella weren't always responsible for viruses and bioweapons. They also produced medicines to better people's lives. They are responsible for developing the infamous first aid spray used throughout the entire series, which is actually known as the Aqua Cure. They've also developed Adravil, Uspirin, and Safspirin, medicines used for pain relief. If Wesker created the Ouroboros virus out of the ashes of Umbrella to do evil, then perhaps there is a certain contrast that Capcom wants to create and further between Wesker and Chris. Perhaps Chris led to the creation of the new Umbrella Corporation from the ashes of the old Umbrella, made to do good, and focuses the past research on the many cures and medicines produced to do good by the old Umbrella. This research would have led to the development of the Albert 01, a self-proclaimed anti-bioweapon used to destroy Evelyn. Maybe this good Umbrella Corporation led to the development of many other anti-bioweapon guns, because if there's anyone who's extremely anti-bioweapons, it's Chris Redfield. There are many retorts to this theory. Why would anyone continue to name a new company Umbrella after Umbrella itself had been exposed to destroying numerous amounts of lives? It's the same thing as naming a new medicine that treats a specific cancer the name of the cancer itself. This new Umbrella does bear a new logo, eliminating the white and red Umbrella for a blue and white logo with a more military-esque design, leading to the belief that this new Umbrella is a faction geared towards more action than science in leading operations to destroy bioweapons around the world themselves. Perhaps one of the most interesting theories out there is that Redfield isn't an actual name, but rather a code name, and that Redfield is actually Hunk, one of Umbrella's most feared operatives and the sole survivor of many deadly operations. The only true merit behind this theory is that the Redfield we see at the end of Resident Evil 7 bears a resemblance to Hunk unmasked. It does make sense, however, that a new Umbrella Corporation would send in its #1 operative to destroy the work of a rival combatant. Perhaps this is the overall shady motive in going on operations to personally destroy any competition of bioweapons. Albert Wesker always had a deep admiration for Chris Redfield's combat skills and intelligence.
So you've come. Chris, you make me proud. But of course you are one of my men.
And cloning isn't a new mechanic in the Resident Evil series. Umbrella knew that the members of STARS were high-end specimens on the battlefield against them. So much so that some of their bioweapons were created solely to destroy STARS members only. By cloning Chris Redfield, along with other STARS members, the new Umbrella would have an upper hand in combat. Personally, this does seem a little bit plausible, but I feel that cloning, or throwing off the audience to believe that someone is actually someone else, is a bit stale in terms of storytelling, but if it's presented correctly, clones can be a thing in the next Resident Evil game. What do you think? This is a huge debate waiting to be analyzed, and I can't wait to discuss with you fellow nachos in the comments below. As you probably know by now, we'll be seeing more of Redfield and possibly his or its origins in a few months when the Not a Hero DLC is released. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts on who you actually think Redfield is. Would you nachos like to see more lore? Be sure to comment down below your suggestions for future lore videos. Thank you guys so much for the support. I truly appreciate every single one of you. And as always, stay single.